Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Throwing on first down, Raymond. This is caught. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
This will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Raymond to the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. From 3 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Back to throw. Rich. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13. Down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rich. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
On first down, Raymond got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Raymond complete to Taylor on the slant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, Raymond. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the runner crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
19 Tiger.
They'll run on first down. Stanley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Rich escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Looking to throw. Rich, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On first down, it's Stanley. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off play action. Rich. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Rich. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Raymond. He's got Thompson here, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because
the football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing on first down. Rich, flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On second down now, it's Stanley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Stanley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, Rich. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Rich. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah. Right?
But in this case, the defense held out, had to force the field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Raymond. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Raymond looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on 1st down. It's Griffith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Raymond. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Raymond. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Raymond. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st down, it's Stanley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
61 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off the play fake. Rich. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Stanley, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rich buying time to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, "We don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision."
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd down, it's Stanley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Operating from the gun, Rich. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
The point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Raymond over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Raymond got his man complete over the middle. That's Kelly.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Throwing on 1st down. Raymond.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rich, a bullet throw, but incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half, and now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rich. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw on second down, Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Stanley. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it was the Minnesota Vikings who will continue on in these playoffs as they defeat the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Rich. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley spins by. Oh, he's got a little. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10. Rich. Caught. It's Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blow.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Ready, set.
Throwing on first down. Rich dancing to his left. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
19 Tigers.
On first down, Rich. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Rich. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On third down, it's Stanley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down, Raymond. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Operating from the gun. Rich. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich being chased out left. Touchdown, Falcons! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A give to the fullback on the dive. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. 25, check 25.
On 1st and 10, Raymond, he finds his man, complete. That's Ford.
Let's go, baby.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Raymond. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Raymond. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's challenged and setting.